My name is Cronje. I'm a journalist for the South Cape Forum. I'm here with Patrick Walton. He's the producer of a documentary that's going to be filmed here in the old jail in Riversdale. Welcome, Patrick.
Thank you.
Would you mind to tell us a little bit about the documentary, what it is about, what are you going to be filming?
No, sure. It's part of a series called Terra. Terra is Latin for Earth. It's been a running series for a number of years in Germany, so they shoot various segments around the world. This particular segment is about mapping the Earth. There were three major people who mapped the Earth, one of which was George Everest, who people will probably know best, which we'll do in the hills in Sedgefield. We've just come from Kleinmond, where we were filming Aristophanes, which is a nice hard name. Yes. And then we have Mercator here today, and Abraham Kresk. So we jumped through various periods. We are coming to the Middle Ages today. The way they mapped the world was quite extraordinary. They had ships. They had a theodolite, which is over 2 meters high, which is basically a large sextant. So the German director, Tillman, he'll be here just now, and you'll see a lot of showroom and maps. It's all about maps. It's where globes and maps that we use today originated from.
Great stuff. How did you come to hear about the old jail? Did you come to visit it first, to check out the scenery?
We were searching for an 1800s building. And perchance someone said to me, go and look in Riversdale, there's an old jail. So because of the constraints of our budgets and time, we're actually doing 18 different scenes in the jail over the next 2 days. We're also using locals as the background extras, so they'll all be dressed up to the nines. And yeah, it's a fantastic location. The walls match Mallorca, so that's what we've been busy with.
Right. Did you make all the props yourself? Are you renting some of it?
We rent most of the props, but then a lot of them are built. As I said, the theodolite is something that we had to build. Tillman wanted movement. He wanted it very specific. I can show you a picture later. A lot of the stuff is rented here, and ironically, some of the stuff we were able to use from the old jail because it matched the period.
Yes.
So, there's an 8-ton truck of props here.
Sure. Yeah. Impressive. Are you going to go out on a ship or not planning any of that?
We've done it with a longboat yesterday in Kleinmond Harbour. We actually went out of the harbour with people on it and a flag because they would measure from the land the curvature of the earth like this, and they would look for the red flag, and they realised that being further away, the flag would come up, and that started giving them distance.
Oh, okay.
So, we had a bit of a rough time. The tides were a bit hectic yesterday, but we survived it.
I'm here with Tillman Ramy. He's the director of the documentary that's going to be filmed here in the old jail in Riversdale. Welcome, Tillman.
Thank you.
Please do tell us, what is the name of the documentary?
It's a 2-part documentary on the history of how the world was surveyed and mapped and measured. Yes. All the way from the Stone Ages, when we didn't know where we were, until today when we have GPS and we can find our way quite easily. Yes. How did this come about? What were the different stages? And we're just filming a few of those here in South Africa. Some of the drama elements, most of it is documentary. So you look at old artifacts and you interview experts and so on. But there are a few dramatized scenes that we're using, and that's what we're filming here.
Yes, that's great. Do you have a name for the documentary yet?
We've just got a working title, which is Surveying the World. So it's for a series called Terra X, which is a very popular history, geology, science series on German television, on ZDF. Gets about 3 million viewers, if not more. So it's quite a big deal. It'll be shown around the world, and people are very much looking forward to it.
Yes, of course, that's lovely. And why did you choose South Africa to come and film the documentary?
I filmed here before last year,
right.
And I worked with Patrick Walton, who's a very able producer. And we found that the locations are lovely, the landscape is beautiful, it's quite varied. Very high quality of talent and production staff. You've got good props, you've got good people. It's a good film industry to be working with, and so we like to come back to South Africa whenever we can.
Yes. Are you satisfied so far with what you've been seeing with the old jail?
Yeah, it's great. I mean, you turn an old jail into a workshop from the 16th century. Then we're going to turn bits of it into a courtyard of the Library of Alexandria. Yesterday we filmed on the coast and we had a scene with an ancient Greek boat. It's all about how people worked out and did. It's kind of a sciencey story, really. So that's what we're filming here, and it's very much about maps and mapping the world.
Well, we hope you do enjoy your time here in Riversdale, and thank you for choosing Riversdale to come and film here.
Thank you for having us here. We are delighted to be here.
You're welcome. Thank you. Ek is hier saam met Louise Malherbe. Sy is die eienaar van die Ou Tronk hier in Riversdale. Ek wil by haar hoor of sy opgewonde is omdat daar hier 'n dokumentêr verfilm word hier by die Ou Tronk in Riversdale, en is jy bly dat hulle uiteindelik hierby uitgekom het?
Ek is baie opgewonde daaroor, want ek het vir 'n geruime tyd probeer om filmmaatskappye te kry om die tronk as agtergrond vir hulle films en advertensies te gebruik. Hier was verskeie wat kom kyk het, maar dis die eerste buitelandse groep wat gebruik maak van die tronk.
Is daar baie voorbereiding wat jy moes gedoen het van jou kant af?
Ja, ek moes al die pleine en van die groot lokale moes ek ontruim het, maar as jy na alles kyk, dink ek dit is die moeite werd. Dis 'n Duitse groep wat die filmmaatskappy is wat die dokumentêr doen. Die plek gaan definitief in die toekoms meer gebruik word deur die agent wat my gekontak het.
Baie sterkte en ons hoop dit gaan goed en geniet dit.
Baie dankie, dis baie opwindend.
Ja,
Dankie.